Hey, what's up everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and we are back with Attilan FREE ROAM for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. That's right, we're going to scavenge our way through most of all of the collectibles. That's right, I said most. As it turns out, there are 2 races that are not yet unlocked for us. Now, I did extensive research and tried to figure it all out, but I could not figure out which other missions or races unlocked these ones. So we're going to go ahead and add those to our cleanup free run video that we'll do at the very end, where there may be, looks like maybe 3 or more races possibly that we'll have to clean up. So anyhow, that being said, let's go ahead and target Attilan. I know it drove me nuts. I spent a whole day trying to research and looking up other, guides and things. But trust me, Tyler is tired of hearing me ask questions about it. So we decided to just go ahead and move on and do the cleanup route. So I apologize. It's driving me nuts. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys. But that being said, let's go ahead and puke out all of the collectibles for this area. You can see there is one of the locked races right there along the edge. And there's another. Now, I found information on the races. One of them is actually a motorcycle race, and one of them is a flying race. And I even know which motorcycle to use. As it turns out, Tyler even had some struggles with it, because you can fall off real easy, I guess, if you use the Ghost Rider bike, which it kind of suggests you use. But anyways, we'll get to all of that in our cleanup free roam video at a later date. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and start things off with a puzzle right behind the old computer terminal. And it's going to start off with using a little telekinesis. We're going to smash a box and then Leviosa those pieces into the back wall so that they match up. Now, this is a combination of up and down and left and right on your analog stick. It is kind of a funny angle, as I like to say. And does anybody know what movie that's from? That's actually a line from a movie, I would say late 90s, maybe early 2000s. He talks about, you could park a jumbo jet in there, you could. And he says, it was a funny angle. That's his response. Anyways, enough of that. We go ahead and put those pieces on the back wall. That's actually only part of the puzzle. Next, pull out your favorite character with the heat ray and melt away that gold on the wall there. It's actually going to peel down and reveal one of Captain America's boingers. So we noticed that there was a Captain America shield pad over here, so we'll hop onto it, switch on over to Captain America, or somebody with a shield for that matter, hit the icon indicated, but wait, we actually have to come and flip this switch first. Before you hop on and activate it, go ahead and flip this, because look, it's going to open it up, so we have access. Well, or does it? Anyways, you have to flip it. I know you do. Look at that. The timer's going. You got to run back now. Hop on the old Padaroonie, hit the icon indicated, aim away, and let the shield do its job. Ready? Boing. Here it comes. All right. Look at 2, 1. It's a photo finish, y'all. That's weird, because I actually finished it before it and the clock kept going. Anyhow, it goes ahead and powers up. Wait a minute, only 1/2 of it? That's not what we wanted. Turns out there is another Captain America shield switch terminal. You got to toss it up in there, and once it flips the lid, it goes ahead and powers up the left side too. So woohoo! Now keep in mind too, there are quick links down below in the video description. This was kind of a lengthy puzzle, and the next one happens to be a mission that is extremely long. So if you've already completed this next mission, or maybe you just don't want to hang out for the whole thing, go ahead and use the quick links. If you're going to use it, it's going to be puzzle number 2 that comes up next. But we're going to go ahead and target the next mission, which is right over here. And let's see here. Where's our blue halo? There we go. He's on the outer upper ring here. We'll drop down and see what he's got to say. If I do remember correctly, he has us do some due diligence. We have to go around and talk to the locals and ask a whole bunch of questions to bring back the information he seeks. And if I'm being honest, I wasn't really paying attention to what their answers were, nor did I read the end. So I actually miss a couple of the answers, which doesn't matter. It just doesn't give you as many studs, and we're not in any shortage of studdage right now, so we're not too worried about that. It is, however, one of those kind of fetch quest missions where we have to go and find things. I am grateful, though, that we don't have to leave Attilan. That is a bonus because, I've been complaining in the last few that there's just no fun in searching all over. It just takes too long, is all it comes down to. So, all right, I believe there are 5 total characters we have to find and get some info from. We've got 1 down, and looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 more on the compass to go. This is kind of a crazy, futuristic city down in here, huh? It reminds me something of Total Recall, perhaps, or maybe The Matrix. Very cool, though. Got to give a shout out to that. Now, I'm sure there's comic books and whole worlds of information in the Marvel Universe that pertains to that, and I'm sure they did a great job of modeling the game after, you know, the comics or drawings, artwork, all that stuff. But, you know, me not knowing anything about Attilan, which I'm probably saying it right. It's probably Attilan or something. I'm probably slaughtering that, too. As you guys know, I'm terrible at those names, and I usually get them wrong, but the good news is we have officially talked to the second person, and we are off and up and away to the next one. And he's right around the corner and down under here. We'll drop it down. Wait, no, I think we got to go down way further. Yeah, we got the double arrows. So yeah, if you haven't watched any of our other videos, or maybe you've forgotten, on the compass as you're searching for an item, there is always going to be arrows if you are too high or too low for where the collectible is. So it's pretty awesome that it guides you right to the right sea level, so to speak, that you need to be. And I don't mean like water sea level. I mean as in like visual sea level, right? Because if you're too high, you might not see him. Too low, you certainly won't see him. All right, anyways, third one down. Next one is up. I think we got to go out of here as our compass is giving us, yep, the arrows to go up top. This guy was right there. I literally was looking right at him, and the icon didn't pop, so I didn't think it was him. Then I go up top. Nope, the arrow's pointing down. Got to drop it. Nope, that's not him, Brian. Turn around. Go back down. And there he is. He's on the other side of that pad, which we won't take. We're actually going to successfully miss that. But, all right, flip the camera around, and, oh, no, we got a bad guy. Look at that. Ooh, Captain in his shield did some dirty work for us. That was awfully nice of him. But there we go. There is our character we need. That was probably the toughest one, and he was right out in the open right in front of me. And you know what the crazy thing is? Looking at my timeline, we are not even halfway done with this mission yet. That's insane how long this one is. So I wouldn't blame you if you were tired of hearing me flap my yapper and you used that quick link. However, though, if you need to figure out where this last particular person is, we are certainly going to take you right to him and show you. This one's kind of tricky, too. Oh, I almost dropped down below, but nope, he's right up top, right out in the middle. So probably one of the easiest ones of them all. And he talks about crystals, and Inhumans. Boy, there's me trying to combine multiple words together again, and didn't quite work out. What was going on there? Did you see those two cars that just kind of, there's like a high-speed chase going on throughout the air right there. It's not the normal traffic patterns, I don't think. But here we go. Ready to watch me fail? If I remember correctly, it is the third one and the fourth one, but I probably don't remember correctly. I edited this earlier and had some things I had to take care of. Now I'm coming back, and my memory is not serving me very... Oh, so it's the second one. So number 2, and let's see here, what else we got? And it's not the third one, but I'm pretty sure I select the third one. And, well, which one? Come on, take a pick at any point. Oh, maybe I did get it right. Well, no, I didn't get any stuff. No, wrong. All right, so it's the second one and the fourth one. And once you get them both correctly answered, he actually takes us off. We are not done with this mission yet, people. So I told you, this one is ridiculously long, but we'll get her done anyway. So we have to go and find... it's basically a character that is hiding out, and we have to find them and expose them and basically smack them around a wee bit. And I believe we have to do this not once, not twice, but thrice. That's right. I think we, yep. Here we go. So we're walking up, and let's see here. We have a couple of words. Everything seems nice, except for I'm getting kind of a weird vibe from the old hooded gentleman across the way here. He's got kind of a weird shimmy or shake going on. And let's see here. He's not very nice in his response here either. So, his reign of terror begins now. He's unstoppable. He is the Transformer. Yeah, they do make some mention of the fact that he has chosen a name that is probably already trademarked and not available for use. So that was kind of ironic, but I don't know, the Transformers from Hasbro, I do believe, came long after the majority of the Marvel Universe was created. Now, my timelines might not be correct in that. However, there may be some lawsuits here. Like, the Transformers may have stole the Transformer name from the Marvel character. Like, there is a possibility that he came first. I would have to do some research on that. I'm sure some of you have already popped open Google and already have the answer. I am not as lucky. I have to finish commentating this video, which is all right, though. We got to go play a little hide and seek. Now, this reminds me of a mode that they have introduced recently in Call of Duty World War II, and it's called Prop Hunt. And I do have plans to do a video or two on it. It is super fun. It gives you, the player, the ability to be one of the items scattered throughout the level. So, like a chair, or perhaps a computer screen, or sometimes it's a barrel. There's all sorts of things that the game automatically kind of randomly chooses for you. And then you get to go and hide. You get like 30 seconds to go hide, and then the other team tries to find you, and if they find you, they shoot you, just like normal in Call of Duty, and then your turn is over, and you got to wait and watch the other team. Boy, there are some really good hiders out there, and there's some good seekers too. So definitely reminded me of Prop Hunt, and I am certainly having a ton of fun with that game. Like, I kind of walked away. Like, zombies used to be my thing. They kind of changed it. I'm not really feeling zombies like I used to. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've just evolved away from it. Not 100% sure on that, but, you know, they introduced this prop hunt mode, and I actually did it as one of my daily ordered challenges. So, like, I didn't need to do it, but I wanted to get some extra XP. So I actually queued it up, and boy, I've not gone back and played anything else. Like, I literally only play that. And when I log on and they don't have that mode available because it's kind of a featured mode, I just turn it off. I don't even play it. So definitely a fun game, and I'm certainly into this hide and seek stuff a little bit more, which, you know, this, again, was pretty fun. So if you're missing out on what's going on here on screen, because I've been talking over it and had nothing to do with what's going on, essentially, we're just playing hide and seek. We got to go find the guy. The Transformer transforms into a different item that we would find scattered throughout our area here in Attilan, and we just go ahead and try to find. Basically, he's always shaken. It's pretty easy. The game does a good job of kind of spoiling it for the hider and making it real easy for the seeker, which, you know, is your job, so it makes your job easy. Look at all these people just running around. However, I was just going to say, I have not seen any weirdness happening, and just like that, it goes down right in front of me. Now, we haven't seen anybody split from like 1 into 2 or 3. Like, that's always weird when that happens, but that was kind of weird too. It's kind of floating around, so maybe Attilan is hunted too. But it looks like we've arrived at our third and final destination, and guess what? This is going to be the end. Once we find him and expose the Transformer, we have one last little talk with Karnak, and then, of course, we get his character token, a.k.a. his trading card. Oh, psych! We got to fight the Transformer first. He says, come on, put up your dukes. And we go ahead and target. Oh, look at that. Captain pretty much knocked his block off. Thanks, Captain. We didn't even have to do much, so... And now we get our little talk with Karnak. He says thank you very much and gives us his token for later use. Now, as you can see there, we have officially unlocked him, but he is available for purchase now. And we're going to go ahead and do all of the unlocking and playing in a live stream coming up probably in the next week or so as we are in the home stretch. We've got about, well, probably about 20 videos left still, but most of them are pretty short, Gwenpool missions and things like that. Manhattan, I think, is the only really long video that we have left. I don't know how long Nowhere is. I'm hoping it's really short, like a couple of the other ones, but... All right. We're officially moving on to puzzle number 2, which is down in the depths of the inner city here. You can see that there are some things on fire. So we'll switch on over to Captain and do some stamping. And look at that. After a couple of stamps, we've got some buildable bricks. And oh, it's time to get your on as we have officially built up a techno panel. And you guys know the drill. We need somebody like Black Bolt or Iron Man to go ahead and access this bad boy and simply watch the arrows and the direction they're pointed and repeat it. So it's just like a small game of memory. Complete that. It's going to go ahead and open up the old chest there, and we can collect that gold brick. Look at that. You see that little spin to win right there? Woohoo! All right, next up, what do we got? It looks like it's going to be a puzzle number 3. This one's pretty close by, but maybe a little bit up higher, huh? Oh, yeah, this one was kind of a doozy. It took me a minute to find this one. Now, the actual solving of this puzzle is pretty simple. It actually takes me longer to find it than it does to solve it. Well, okay, maybe that's not true. Don't hold me to that, because there may be a technicality there where it may take me as long to solve it as it does for me to find it. But so I'm looking for the blue halo, and that's always my go-to. When I can't actually see it right in front of me, I always kind of spin around and look to find that blue halo. So I finally found it, but it gets buried in this building. So I know that somehow I have to go inside or lower, and as I fall all the way down, I miss the stuff I'm supposed to find. I try to go in the door. Nope, it's blocked. No such luck for me. So let's see here. We'll go ahead and take another aerial view. Oh, there's some handhelds on the left, and look at that. There just so happens to be one that is a switch. So I use my super sneaky, tricky moves to go ahead and fly up there and land on the handheld. Shimmy all the way across, that's right. Why no shimmy, Jimmy? And then I realize, what am I doing? I'm not, oh, that's right. I got to shimmy down and drop it onto this lever. So I'll drop down and pull it. That's right. Zoop. All right, so we got the electricity removed from inside there, but we still have this force field. Now, although it does look like a glass that needs to be shattered, it is not. It needs to be unpowered. So we're going to go ahead and try to find something to... Oh, what's that on the far right? We got ourselves a grapple plug. So we know we've got a couple of characters that can eradicate that plug. And look at that, Spidey is defaulted. So we'll go ahead and pull him out as we don't use him very often. Mainly because I don't like the way he travels around town. I can't figure out his web stuff. It is the worst as far as I'm concerned. And plus, he takes forever to switch characters, too, as he's got that two-stage, you know, like he's got Peter Parker he can switch to by simply holding the triangle. Anyways, enough of my griping. We're going to go ahead and flip this bad boy around as we have made our way all the way to the hack point. We're going to go ahead and power it right in the kisser. And look at that. Zoop, 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 zoop. All right, we are officially done with that. And it's going to go ahead and power down the wall, which actually reveals a crack in the wall. Oh, crack. So we'll go ahead and climb up there, and we just so happen to have somebody that can handle that, as we've got Go-Go Gadget Arms here, and look at this, get up close, press the icon indicator. For us, it was square, and it reveals a switch in the back, so we'll go ahead and flip that, and oh, to the yeah, our gold has been revealed. Simply fly over there, or if you're not in a hurry, you could always use the ladder to get up there and collect it the old-fashioned way. But not me. I'm going to go ahead and fly over there. In fact, I'm going to miss it and get in there. All right, take that. Thank you very much. And next up, what do we got? Oh, I think it's a gold brick statue. Yep, it is. My timeline is rather small right now, and I had a good idea if that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. Now, I am still not 100% sure that these have anything to do with anything. Like, I don't know. Like, if you skipped one of these, you might still be able to get the 100%. Maybe not. Now, there's certainly a requirement. It's kind of like incentive to get you to get gold bricks, but because of the way we're doing things, we have way more than we need for this, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm not feeling any sense of urgency or anything like that because of them either. So, you know, I'm going to do them all and keep calling them statues instead of monuments, as the game calls them, just because I messed that up early and might as well keep things consistent. But, all right, next up, moving along, we have our race. It's the one and only race that's labeled here. Now, for whatever reason, I do believe the other two races should unlock once we complete some races down below in some other areas, but we weren't willing to try and test that out right now. We figured we'd just do the cleanup. So this one's kind of crazy. You jump off the edge and plummet to your doom. That's right. We actually got lucky. There was a couple of rings I didn't think I was going to sneak through, but I did, and I didn't have to do this more than once. Now, I have read on some forums when I was researching the other two races that some people are actually having a heck of a time with this, and somebody recommended using Wasp, as she is smaller and a little easier to control. I don't know if that's true or not, so you might try using somebody bigger or smaller, depending if it's not working out for you. But as you can see, I made it all the way down. I did not edit anything out, and now I'm going to try to teleport back up top, as it's a long flight up there. And as it just so happens, we can use that computer terminal to go ahead and fast travel up here, because there is no green portal icon for the fast travel itself. So we'll go ahead and select that map point and fast travel up there. And next up, we've got ourselves puzzle number 4, aka gold brick number 4. We're getting pretty close. We're over the halfway point of this video here, and I definitely appreciate you taking the time to hang out and play along with me here. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Warner Brothers. You probably already saw our thank you on screen earlier, but they did hook us up with a copy of this game, and it is my duties to let you know that it was a gift and it was free. So anyhow, we have the need for invisibility. So luckily, we've completed the story mode, and Ravana is available. Now, I know a couple of you have suggested that there are some other characters that have the same invisibility or cloaking ability as she does, but I figure the story is the easiest way. Go complete level 20, and you will be rewarded with her character token. You don't even got to spend any money on her, if I remember correctly, and that gives you that invisibility or stealth ability. Now, check it out. We actually have activated a switch inside that little shack there, and as it turns out, we need 4 special twirly poles to be twirled upon, and I've officially got 2 of them now, and we're going to make our way across the way. I actually was just totally panicking, and it turns out they're not 4 twirly poles. I said that wrong. There are 4 points of interest. 2 are actually pressure-sensitive switches across the way from the twirly poles. The other 2 are those twirly poles that we started with. I don't think that the order matters. However, once you get them all done within that allotted time frame, it's going to open up the doors and give us that gold brick. So thank you very much. We'll take that and move on. That's right. Keep on keeping on. Next up, puzzle number 5. Keeping it simple. We only have one other mission, I suppose. And then, of course, we got a freely. And, you know, somebody made a comment the other day that they thought that was getting annoying. What do you guys think? What's the majority of you guys think? Like, do you guys think that that's getting annoying? Should I move on from the freely, or should I keep it? It's up to you guys, because I mean, I could go either way. I'm just trying to keep things consistent and everybody happy. So, you know, and I know I can't please everybody, so give me some feedback down below in the video description. Now, this puzzle actually is really simple. It just requires you to charge up an electric panel and press the button 3 times. Now, there is a little bit of repair and things that have to happen in between, but it is the rule of 3. So you do one thing and something happens, and then you do it again and something happens, and then you do it one last time, and then you get rewarded. So as you can see there, we had some power and then we lost it, but now it's powered up this other power terminal. So we'll go ahead and build that up, and of course pump it up, and then flip that switch again, which should take us to the second phase of our puzzle here. And let's see here. Now, you could use another character or turn on the pink brick for infinite power too. That would help speed this process up. Now, I have unlocked that pink brick for infinite power gauge, but I have not turned it on. Like, I haven't gone and purchased it and turned it on. So my bad. I could have sped this up a wee bit instead of having to charge it every time. Basically, we need to get that drone or robot all the way to the end of his rope, so to speak there. As you can see, it goes all the way down and to the end, but every time he falls a little short. And the computer actually kicks up and tells us it has some sort of probability rate of 33.3% of succeeding or something like that. So essentially, it's breaking down the rule of 3 and just verbalizing that, yep, you need to do this 3 times. Third time, however, you do need to do a little bit extra. You have to melt down this grate over here on the right side, and once it's gone, it lifts up that power terminal, which needs to be levitated too. So we got a couple of extra steps. It's all good though, and we'll place that right over here. And let's see, next up, we need the power of Thor. So we'll go ahead and switch on over once more. And let's see here. Yep, that's right. Reach for the sky, and zoop, 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 zoop. Last but not least, we got to flip that switch one last time and wait for it. Booyaka show! That robot actually gets in there, and I don't know why I couldn't have done that. My hammer is much bigger than his, if we're really looking at things. But look at that, and I'm even invulnerable to electricity, so Thor could have solved that a lot simpler, I think. Just saying. That's right. Hashtag just saying. All right, gold brick is officially ours. Next up, we've got mission number 2. We're going to unlock the Falcon character token. Now, this one is probably my least favorite of this area. Now, you're going to see an edit here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's because what happened was I thought I needed to be a web flinger. I chose Spider-Man and tried to follow along and catch him as Spider-Man. Now, this is similar to the Vulture challenge that we had earlier in the story and in another free roam area where you have to get up close and personal and take him down 3 different times. Now, he also drops some bombs behind you, and there are some green halo rings that if you fly successfully through them, they give you a speed boost. Now, they are not required, but they certainly help out. But I also found that just using a flying character and kind of leading him or knowing his pathway is probably going to be the easiest way to do it. Now, if I'm totally disclosing everything here, it probably took me 7 or 8 minutes flying around using Spider-Man to do the damage once on him. And so that's when I just got frustrated and said, forget about it. And I flew away far enough that the mission would respawn, and then I flew back with Black Bolt, somebody who could fly a lot faster, and I tried it again, and look at this. It's a lot. I mean, it still takes me 90 seconds or whatever to get all 3 in, but so much faster than my first attempt. And honestly, I don't like the fact that Black Bolt can shoot while flying, because that's also the button you need to press. So I kept seeing the icon for square, and then I'd hit square and I'd shoot instead of grabbing him. So kind of maybe a user error, maybe a dev intricacy that could be fixed. And look at that. As luck would have it, I pretty much finished right where I started, as the blue halo was right right behind me right there, and you can see there's where we started, right here on this corner. So we unlock the Falcon character token, thank you very much, and we'll add him to our arsenal at another time because we're going to save our studdage for that live stream and unlock all of them at once. All right, next up, we've got actually, we got 2 more puzzles, and then we got a free Lee, and that is it. Because unfortunately we do not have the other 2 races unlocked, so we'll have to come back up to Attilan at some point. Now, it has been rumored, Tyler suggested, while I go ahead and solve this Doctor Strange puzzle here, Tyler suggested that maybe completing Manhattan free roam would give me the needed missions or whatnots to go ahead and unlock those races. Because when Tyler did Attilan for his guide information and stuffs, he actually had already completed Manhattan. And so I kind of waited to do that at a later time. And look at this. I learned something right here, too. I totally forgotten that Black Bolt has some sort of telekinesis abilities, too. So that was kind of fun to remember that, because I'm pretty sure I knew that earlier in the game. But, all right, we melted down, or actually blew off a piece of armor. We smashed down a couple of things and built that into a reflection pad here. And I got a double whammy here, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. But as it turns out, you just need to light up both of those. I don't know what those are. Some sort of power nodes? And oh, to the yeah. We'll take that gold brick. Thank you very much. Go ahead and collect that bad boy, and we'll target the final puzzle of Attilan before going to free Mr. Lee. Where's this bad boy at? Is it close? Yeah, look at that. It's not far at all. So we'll go ahead and target that and make our way to the blue halo. Look at that. We just got to go over here. Oh, it's down below, though. Oh, that's right. It's this one. We got to, we have to use the tracker ability, not once, but a couple of times, in fact. And let's see here. So we got to start off on the left-hand side of where the blue halo is. And it's kind of it's not a very obvious one, as the blue halo's over to the right. So you're kind of like, which way do I go? Now, this is one of those things where I would love a pink brick to just solve this. Like, as soon as you walk up and hit the button, like, the whole trail is visible, and you can just walk. Doesn't matter if you follow it or not. You just walk to the end of it and hit the icon needed. For us, it would be circle. That would be a really cool pink brick. Because although you get paid studs, I don't need any studs at this point, and it just kind of lengthens this process that is, you know, already like a 7-step process. So, you know, I'm just saying, Debs, if you're listening, much love. Done a great job on this game, and you always do. You always make us happy. But, you know, if we could tidy up a few things like that, that would be great. Now, all right, once we got inside here, we use the strong handle to go ahead and reveal some buildable bricks that actually gave us another teleport spot. So keep in mind there is a pressure-sensitive switch inside each of these that once you press it, it actually deactivates the old laser grid and gives you access in and out of the area. So pretty cool. We got, see what I'm saying, though? Like, this mission is awesome. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's very different than most of the other things we've been doing, especially up in Attilan. But, you know, if I could just solve this instantly instead of like, you know, look, hey, excuse me, guys, pardon me, you know, I mean, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we could certainly speed this process up. And now, for the most part, you know, we get plenty of bang for our buck as far as these Lego games go now. Like, if you go way back in the day to, like, maybe even Lego Batman 1 or something like that, you know, there's not as much, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean was rather small, no free roam, really. I mean, there was kind of like an area, but not really an open world. You know, you maybe have a little bit of an argument for, you know, getting more game out of it. But at this point, come on. With free roam, free play, story, and then the bonus levels and the DLC, yes, I think we could go without a few of these longer fetch missions and, you know, those extended, you know, tracking ability sessions, too. All right, hey, this is the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Well, maybe not, but it's the final one of this area. Look at that. There was a little bit of an issue with the draw distance there. I was standing on top of it, and it still had not yet appeared. I was very confused for a second, but it worked out because it loaded in, and as it turns out, there are two silver boxes out in front. One on the left, one on the right. You're going to need to destroy them both and build up the pieces, which are going to give us a couple of techno panels. That's right, one last chance to get your oomps on. And as it would turn out, we need to overheat the one on the left, which I didn't quite get to, and I'll come back to it here in a second. And then we gotta freeze the one on the right. So the one on the left needs to be overheated. The one on the right needs to be frozen. So again, I'm kind of like messing up here. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to Iron Man because I need to bust this silver brick box open and build up into the techno panel number 2. There we go. It drops into place. Thank you very much. And we'll go ahead and step up to the plate. Now, I was kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, I needed to simultaneously use these techno panels. So I picked out another character that had the capabilities. And then it tells me by using water of the correct temperature and volume, blah, 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 you can... Oh, so then I figure out, okay, so I need to freeze this. But wait, I'm powering up the meter all the way. But nope, I got to go down. I got to freeze it, Brian. So I go all the way low, and there we go. It freezes the right tank and causes some sort of turmoil on the pipes. And it reveals, I believe, nope, it doesn't reveal anything. It busts that top open, and thank you, we'll take that. And half of our battle has been won. Now we got to go to the other side and overheat the left side, which kind of works in our favor because there is a fire. And we don't have to put that out. We just add to it. So go ahead and pump it up. Basically hit the techno panel, and I think you have to push up once you're accessing it. And once you hold that, yeah, you press up, and it goes all the way up. And look at that. There's my infamous trumpet sound for you guys out there. But oh, that's right. So it does reveal a silver brick. So we'll switch back over to Iron Man and bust that open, which should reveal the last spot. Yep, there it is. And guess what? We have officially freed Lee. And he can run to do whatever he wants now. Whatever a 95-year-old comic creator, or I should say universe creator. I mean, he's much more than just a couple of ideas on paper. But all right, so there it is. There's Attilan in its fullest. We're going to scan around and make sure we didn't miss anything. As it turns out, there is no boom boss battle available for this. We did kind of cover it in the story. There was one that was up here, so I guess that's how they counted it for the game. But for us, there's those two races, which we'll be back for. But that is going to do it for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 Attilan Free Roam. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're into social media and such, check us out. We'd love to hear from you. If you got some more time on your hands, of course, Thumpy has this must-see video that's probably worth checking out. As for me, I got some more editing and recording to do, so as always, until next time...